Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! It's on! It's on! It's on! It's on! It's on, guys! Oh my god! I wonder how this is gonna work out. Kina, are you excited? Look at that! They're already pulling the trash here.
They're already pulling on Vodka's side. They're racing
yeah,
into the trash bag.
Vodka has already like 3 seconds favorite here, as you guys can see.
If people notice, they're not wasting time burning that pack down. They're dragging it straight to the next one and getting into it.
Oh my god! 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 This is so exciting! I love it. They're playing for like a lot of like this is for the people wondering. I mean, those top guilds have been clearing this content for how long? For months, and this
for months now.
And this is really one moment where they can do it in a very exciting way. Like they're extremely excited about it, and this actually brings for them a reason to do this. It gives it an extra level of an extra dimension. So yeah. Is it possible that someone dies during the trash?
I don't see that being a possibility at all, really.
Imagine
if these guilds are so disciplined, dying during trash that would just be an epic fail.
Imagine like they just pull a little bit too much and they just die during a trash. That would be just crazy.
What would be interesting here is whether or not they clear the trash on the sides of Morchok. As most people know, this is a boss that on heroic mode splits in 2, and you really need a lot of room to spread out and do the boss safely. It doesn't look like they're going to be pulling the trash on the sides, though.
But the thing is, like they're not clearing the sides.
Yeah, they're not clearing anything on the side, so they're not going to have a lot of room to work with here. This is going to be interesting to see when it gets later in the fight if those trash packs on the side become a problem. I'm kind of hoping that they do, because this is interesting.
What I love about this is that what I really love about did someone die? Someone died and got insta-resurrected in method.
It looks like a paladin on method side went down.
Oh, the first death in method. I'm gonna put some sound here, see what they're saying.
Morchok pistol.
I imagine that person probably ate a double stomp when the mob split up. I can't say for sure.
There was no rage because you can resurrect them. If you die, did you see how fast he got resurrected?
It was an immediate battle res.
It was immediately battle res. No time to lose. Just immediate battle res. What do you think? Like right now, it looks pretty intense. Huh? I mean,
it is almost dead even right now. If
yeah,
you look at the percent the boss is at, both of them have the boss at around 60%, and they're in the same phase of the fight.
What do you think?
This is neck and neck right now.
What do you think with the loot? What's gonna happen? Or did you gonna leave it on the ground and keep going?
I think it's just gonna be immediate pass, run to the next boss. I mean, at this point, no one here really needs the loot. I don't even think they're gonna waste time disenchanting it.
This is the kind of PvE that is really exciting. I think it's awesome though. Like it's crazy though. Like the guy died and got immediately rezzed. Like you don't have the effect as in vanilla when someone died, someone was dead. So yeah, it's cool to see that. Like even if there is room for making mistakes.
That said, there's not a lot of room. Like they're lucky it was just one.
Yeah.
And both guilds using a similar strategy here, where this boss splits in 2. They're tanking one at the bottom of the ramp and one at the top of the ramp, as opposed to on the sides of the ramp, which would prevent or which would cause more problems with the trash. So that seems to be a unique way of avoiding that.
So why didn't they use that strategy at the start? Because I guess you can always do this, or is that just like more risky or something?
Well, this is a perfectly fine strategy for any guild to use on this boss. The reason most people haven't done this is because it's not your immediate thought when you see the boss. You see the trash around, you want to clear it, and once you have that open space, it's easier and safer to do the fight just utilizing all of the open space. But if you're going for a speed run like this, you don't want to waste time clearing trash that you don't need to. So you're going to do it in a different setup, basically. The strategy is the same. The positioning is just slightly different.
I'm gonna show to the people. Like I'm gonna go here to the Vodka side, This is, by the way, the Vodka side, just to show you guys how close they are actually to each other, and this is method. You could almost say that it's the same stream. You would actually think it's the same stream. That's how close they are.
Vodka's gonna kill this about a second before method, but this is about as close as it can get for a first boss.
This is just crazy. I wonder, do you think that they're gonna have any preferences in which, in which? I thought I was going to be able to show the prices and stuff, but this is so intense. I mean, the boss is already dead. Look!
Their boss down, and if no one caught that, you see people mounting up, rocket booting away. They're getting it possible. That's insane now.
This is just crazy. Did you see that? Did you see how they just like all go on the mounts? Someone uses rocket boots, like no time.
The boss wasn't even on the ground yet, and people are rocket booting away.
This is serious business. This is really serious business.
It looks like they're going to be hitting the Zon'ozz next. As most people know, you can do either Zon'ozz or Yor'sahj after Morchok. Both guilds opting to go to Zon'ozz in this case.
This is really awesome. I wonder what the viewers are thinking. What do the viewers think about what's going on? It seems that this chat died or something. I don't know what's going on. But like, this is just crazy. The speed at which they are clearing this, and there is no there is no time. There is no room for just like chilling down, like people are using their speed. Maybe I think they actually maybe even enchanted their boots with speed and stuff. Like, what is it, the rocket boots and stuff? Because they're using it.
You can see a few people using rocket boots, which isn't a bad choice at all in an event like this.
It's just this is really exciting to see how fast this is going, and I'm gonna quickly here try to refresh the chat, because it seems that the chat has stopped for me working. I guess too many people in the chat. I'm gonna check here what they're saying.
Move.
They're pretty chill, huh? They're pretty chill, huh?
I imagine right now they're just focused on doing their jobs correctly. Like, they've practiced this 1,000 times on farm raids by now. They know what they need to do. It's just a matter of staying calm and doing it.
Third qual, I'll be close. You're 4. Remember that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, they are clearing through the Zon'ozz trash now. There's only 3 packs, so this shouldn't take them too long. And then it's going to be a race to see who can defeat the ball-bouncing boss first.
Someone is asking, is this heroic or normal? This is heroic, guys. Without the buff. So this is heroic without the buff.
Which is a big factor for people to keep in mind. A lot of people have done heroic Dragon Soul by now, but I don't think everyone in the community has necessarily done it without the buff, which will make it quite a lot more challenging.
I think Vodka is slightly ahead now. Yeah, Vodka is actually slightly ahead. They have already destroyed 2 packs, and here they're still busy on, well, they just started on the other. It seems that Vodka is slightly ahead for like 10 seconds or something.
But this is a boss where things can go wrong very quickly. Not like Morchok, the first boss, not, you know, he's not too difficult. You wouldn't expect too much from the first boss. But Zon'ozz is drastically different, in which there's a lot of things going on, and one mistake can easily cause a wipe here. So it'll be interesting to see if they go with a conventional strat or something a little safer.
I think if there is a wipe, it's the only way they can catch up is if the other it's the other guild also wipes.
I definitely agree with that statement. If one guild wipes, they're pretty much out of this race. So I don't think anyone is looking for that outcome.
Yeah.
Vodka did say during their interview, though, that they were going to be taking a little bit more risk. They were going to be underhealing a few things. So we'll see if that ends up paying off for them. Method said, on the other hand, they were going with their normal strategy, their normal setup.
When I was raiding with Vodka myself, I saw that they, a lot of the times, they actually, what they did was, yeah, Vodka started to pull here. Like, I'm going to go here to like, just show, like, do you see how close the timers are? It's almost as if it's the same. By the way, for the people, this is 2 different perspectives, 2 different guilds doing it in 25 man. This is not the same, and from 2 different. No, this is actually 2 different servers, 2 different guilds doing this, and it's almost as if we're just switching perspectives. That's how much they are equalized. This is just crazy.
Oh, there is a death on Method's side.
Oh, yo. I'm gonna see here, put the sound on.
Rebuffing.
Yeah, I
RCNX.
almost hate to say it. I think it might be the same pally from Morchok.
Oh my god.
It's a little hard to tell with these raid frames, but I think it was the same guy. They did battle resin though, so all is well for now.
I'm really excited. Like the speed at which they're clearing this is just absolutely sick.
And Vodka is just about to go into phase 2 of this fight. It looks like they have a clean transition.
Oh, someone died in Vodka.
One of the rogues just went down.
Ah, yeah, the actual. Oh
Two
my god.
rogues.
I'm gonna put some
Oh
sound
man,
on.
this doesn't look good. It looks like they have 5 deaths on Vodka's side.
Let us get on the tank, keep head. Let's get
Shut
into
it.
it. Call residence,
And they do have their battle reses, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to recover from this well. This is a high DPS check for a fight.
I wall this up.
I think they're getting people up and going into phase 2, seeing if they can get through this. There's a lot of damage going out. There's a lot of damage the raid needs to do in this phase, so it's important that you have everyone up doing their jobs immediately.
There's, I'll be honest, like I'm listening here I'm listening and checking it out. There's no raging going on. They try to focus. In Vodka, nobody died, I guess.
They do have some deaths coming in now at the end of the phase 2. Like I said, it's a very high damage phase, and if you're not topped off going into it, it's going to be very hard to come out of it. Method seems to be keeping their hits cool.
Oh my god, this
They
is
have
gonna
things
be a
under
wipe.
control.
Vodka is gonna wipe.
Vodka is down on Zon'ozz. The mass resurrection is going out. See if they can get back into this race.
Not a big deal if we can just do this quick.
5 seconds.
Don't call the move out so early. That's why I've called
Method has the boss at around 50% right now.
left out the draw.
They're back in another phase 1.
Super early though. It hasn't even hit the melee yet.
I'm bugged, I accept my resident technique. Res me one more time.
They should be back pretty much. I'm back. 20, 30
Just now, Method is starting their next phase 2 with the boss at around 40%, I believe, going into it.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Eat your own. Let's go.
We're done with these anyway. Eat quick.
They're still focusing. This is game phase for them.
Yeah, maybe 15 seconds.
I'm checking. There's no rage going on in the Skype. In the Mumble, I checked it. No rage.
It's like Vodka's rebuffed. They're ready to pull again. Wasting no time getting everyone back up, of course.
Yeah, but if they wipe now, it's GG, because then they have to, like, I think if they wipe now, one more time, they can't mass res anymore, right?
They'll still be able to mass res, because it only goes on cooldown for the person who cast it, not for the people who received it.
Ah, okay. It's pretty intense. Method is on the lead right now. They're actually they're about to finish it, I guess, right? Let's have a look here.
It's like Method's down in their last 10% of this fight.
Yeah.
Everyone's topped off. There should be no problem getting this down.
Boss is dead. Loot? Who needs loot? Who needs loot?
We don't waste time with loot around here.
Yeah, they don't waste time with loot.
Running up to the portal and
So
Method's
here
gonna
you
be
guys
heading
can
to
see
Yor'sahj.
you can see an overview. On bottom left is Vodka and top right is Method. And yeah, as you guys can see, Vodka is doing the boss. If Method takes it a little bit more like a little more secure now and don't wipe, I think it's almost certain a win. Although spine without the buff can be very hard, I guess. Or did they make that?
That fight's still going to be a challenge without the buff. Well, all of these fights are a challenge without the buff, but moving further into the instance is definitely going to get harder.
How fast do you think you reckon they could clear normal?
I'd say maybe 20 minutes, to be honest, if they didn't spend time killing all of the necessary trash. Like if you just drag the trash with you at the beginning of the instance. Like what a lot of people got to remember is, in the second half of Dragon Soul, there is no trash. It's just boss after boss after boss. So it's how fast you can get them down.
I want to say here, like, I also want to repeat, guys, this is a charity event for them kids. I want to thank Method, Vodka, all the sponsors. I'm not going to show the sponsors that long, but I want to show them for a little while. They're actually sponsoring this event, making this possible, giving out prizes that you can win. Be interactive, make sure to like go, yeah, you have to disable the comments now. They're disabled. Ah, they're disabled, okay, that's awesome. Going back to the overview, people that want to donate, you can donate to opsharecraft.com. I'll quickly show it. There, opsharecraft.com, the link is here. All donations goes to them kids. That's why they choose for to use this to use this platform. And yeah, let's keep on watching here and keep on checking it out because it's very intense. It seems that Vodka is now owning the boss in.
This has been a much cleaner attempt for Vodka and Zon'ozz. They have the boss at around 35%, and everyone's still up. There should be no problem finishing this off. Unfortunately, that wipe put them a little bit behind, and Method is clearing the trash for Yor'sahj now. They're not too far from pulling it. Let's see if Method can hang on to this lead or if Vodka can close the gap. It's you know, this could still go either way because there's a lot of instants left.
Yeah, the thing is also like Vodka is going for a more risky attempt where they have more DPS output. So let's see how that's gonna work out. So yeah, here you guys can see this is Method.
And Vodka does have Zon'ozz going down right now. So the second attempt was so much cleaner than the first. It'll be interesting to see who actually killed this specific boss faster, because Method's first attempt was clean.
I think that Vodka was faster.
Second attempt looked faster.
Yeah, I think Vodka's was faster.
Method is getting ready to pull Yor'sahj.
I'm checking here. And where is Vodka going?
They're currently on their way to Yor'sahj. This will be interesting because as people who have raided Dragon Soul know, Yor'sahj is the boss that can vary quite a lot from attempt to attempt because of the mobs that she spawns.
I wonder if you would, like, this might sound really crazy, yeah? But what if you as a player, like, I'm just giving here a stupid idea, maybe it's very stupid what I'm saying, but what if you just go with 24 DPS and have one already at the other instance, and once the boss downs, you summon everyone? Would that actually be faster?
It's interesting to say. You know what, I'm really not sure. I think in some cases that could actually pay off. It depends on what the player was you sent out there, because like Vodka said, for a lot of these fights they might be running under healer. Like, they might be running less healers than a normal guild would. So if they can afford to lose that 1 DPS, it could end up paying off for them.
Because it's a long time that you run from one side to the other, you know?
I think with the risk that Vodka's taking already, that's something that they're not even going to think about trying, especially at this point. But it is something that could pay off. They're trying to race through this trash right now. There's 5 packs before Yor'sahj. That's definitely going to slow them down. Method has Yor'sahj at 75%.
Can they get very unlucky with the oozes?
It's not necessarily that they can be unlucky with the oozes, but if one guild gets bad spawns and the other guild gets good spawns, that could definitely be a problem. In general, though, it's going to be about even regardless of what gets spawned.
Yeah. It's crazy to, like, for the people that are watching right now, they're clearing this in heroic and without the buff. So it's very important to understand this is how it was, how it came out when Dragon Soul got released, And how many guilds did clear it on heroic mode without buff?
Right off, I couldn't tell you,
20
but
or something?
I know it wasn't many at all.
Yeah. So yeah, for the people watching and going like, oh, but we cleared it, like, you cleared it, if you cleared it recently with 15% debuff, so that's a huge difference. I like how they're pulling 2 packs at the same time. 1 pack is not enough.
Vodka's definitely trying to make up for lost time here, so they're pulling everything they can, anything they can handle.
Do you think that have you seen anything special, any special strategy so far in?
I haven't seen any special strategies per se, but Method did use a different Zon'ozz strategy than what Vodka used. I can't say that I'm even familiar with the specifics of their strat, but it was noticeably different than what Vodka was doing. I don't know if it was better per se. I think the results might say that it was, though.
Maybe more safe.
Probably safer. I know Method seems to be going for, let's just do what we normally do and keep everything safe right now. But I think if Vodka wants to catch up and get back into this race, they can't afford to have that same luxury. Right now, Method is on cruise control. Yeah. And Vodka's doing everything they can to catch up.
It's on 50% right now, if I get it right.
That's right. Method does have Yor'sahj at 50%. They've been handling this fight pretty well overall. There haven't really been any snags or problems or anything of that nature. Vodka's just pulling. They have the boss down to around 90%. They're getting their first set of oozes right now.
It's really cool to see how two top guilds in the world are racing for this speedrun, and how this is going to work out. I want to ask the chat right now. I'm watching the chat actually. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Vodka can actually still win the event?
Neither guild seeming to have too much issue with this fight, just progressing through it. It is a long fight. Like when the instance first came out, this was considered by most raiders to be an endurance fight. Even if it wasn't that difficult to execute, it was a 10-minute long fight. So when you have to make decisions through a 10-minute period, it can start to wear on you. Like you can make mistakes easier as you get tired as the fight progresses.
Yeah. A lot of people think that Method is gonna win now.
They are ahead. That wouldn't be a bad.
It's easy to always cling on the winning side.
Yeah. But I have to say that honestly, I'm a little biased. I think the stream people know that, but I think that Vodka has the higher DPS of these two guilds.
Yeah, I think they're running less healers, so. I also want to say to the viewers, we're handing out a lot of prizes, and this event is for them kids. All the revenue of this event goes to charity. People that want to support it would be awesome. opsharecraft.com. Donate if you donate $10, you're eligible to win Razor gear, and if you want to win some gear, make sure to check it out. Oh, I think the boss is about to go down here in. At Method.
It'll be a few more seconds now, and Method is going to have Yor'sahj down. Vodka has not done a bad job closing the gap so far, so we could be seeing this race shifting back to a more even standpoint.
Yeah. The boss is about to die here at Method's side.
Yor'sahj is down for Method. We'll see how fast they can get out of here, see the race to the next boss.
I like to see how they run very, very fast. No time to lose.
Stampeding roar going down, sprints being popped.
Let's have a look here at Vodka, how they're doing.
And they do have Yor'sahj at 45% right now. And like I said, both guilds, you know, really keeping a cool head, doing whatever they can to just maintain their ground.
Yeah, and I think it's mainly very hard for the healers in Vodka because they went for a little bit more DPS.
Oh, I think the Vodka healers. I know Vodka in particular. Like I don't know the specifics on Method's raid comp per se, but I know the Vodka healers are used to underhealing fights. So this is they're at home right now. This is what they're used to doing.
Do you see any difference in the comps? Do you have anything to say about that? Like I see they both have 3 mages, and Method has 3 boomkins. Do you have any insight to give, background information about the setup of the both groups?
Well, the main difference right now, as you kind of hinted at, is that Method seems to be running more druids, while Vodka has more warlocks. Other than that, the comps are about the same. They have their rogues, they have their mages. The only difference seems to be the exchange of druids for warlocks. It'd be interesting to see after this is over why they went with that choice.
Yeah, like we can actually ask them. Also, for the people wondering, when they go for a setup, when they choose a setup, it's not like RNG, like looking for group in the chat. They basically calculate everything out and take the classes that they need, the specs that they need, and yeah. So it's very interesting. Like when you see this setup, it's because they believe it is the best, by far the best setup to actually use. So.
Method did tell us that they were going to go with their normal raid comp. They weren't doing anything out of the box or anything, you know, extraordinary. They were going to go with what they were comfortable with. What I would like to know is Vodka going with what they feel is the higher DPS setup? I mean, that seems a bit obvious. Of course, they think it's higher DPS, but is this their normal raid setup, or did they specifically bring 4 warlocks for this event? That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I also see like Vodka is about to down the boss here. I'm gonna go shift there, check it out.
They do have it at 10% now. Method's pulling the Hagara trash right now while Vodka's finishing up Yor'sahj. And this is going to die right here. They're not even going to bother with this last set of oozes. They're just going to focus all of their DPS on the boss.
And yes, it goes down.
And it's a good thing too, because as many people might realize, that combination of oozes was definitely going to wipe them if they didn't kill the boss.
Yeah, indeed. And you get Method here already pulling the trash here. The gap is getting smaller. The gap is getting smaller. Although
I'm a little surprised that Vodka is doing such a good job at closing the gap. Like it's kind of impressive to watch.
Yeah, because it's not easy. It's really not easy when you're competing with another top guild and you have wiped. So.
And Hagara Trask presents no opportunities to anybody really, because there's not a good way to just rush through the trash other than just killing it as it spawns. You can't really drag one pack into the other and, you know, cascade them together.
It's really cool to see that. I wonder, like, this is another question that I have. Do you think they will be respecking during the event, changing from one spec to another?
I think that's something that we could perhaps see, especially as we get deeper into the instances. Some of the fights that are more spec specific or heavier DPS checks, like Ultraxion, Warmaster, Spine. I think that's when people might start swapping specs a bit. These first 4 fights, you know, comparatively, are definitely the easier ones in the instance.
I think right now Vodka doesn't like the RP and waiting.
I know. I think Vodka hates lore right now. They are not. They want to fire every writer at Blizzard.
They go like they're all clicking there. Come on, have the gate spawn. I want to see the gate. So yeah, basically,
if anything, I think Blizzard's writing in lore staff is going to get.
Look how fast they're clicking! Like no time, no time. Did you see how fast they were all clicking the globe for the spawn to start?
Method is in the lightning phase for Hagara. Look at this spread, by the way. This spread is amazing. This is something they've definitely practiced multiple times. They were ready for this. That is incredibly impressive right there. I need to go back and watch that again. That was some of the most impressive teamwork I've ever seen.
Well, I will set it here because we will see another one of those lightning phases. They must have already had all the positions before.
They definitely had everyone's position marked on the floor. They knew exactly where to stand. They had a circle around the room that presented that phase with, you know, not much of anything to work with as far as getting their raid down. Vodka started on the trash right now, and you know what? As much as they're closing this gap, if Method continues to play this cleanly, it's going to be even more of an uphill battle for them.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, the game is not over yet. It's not like Method has won. There's still some very challenging fights to come, and maybe some tricks in the hats Vodka has, because they have been practicing very much for this event.
Method is going into their first frost phase now, as they're already at the crystal before it spawns. They're ready to get that down. And I do believe they're going to have their whole raid running around the room. A lot of guilds use a lot of different strats for this, but it looks like they're going to be stacking together and moving in a group around the room.
Oh. Is that a better strategy?
No, it's arguable. It depends on what your raid prefers. I know that Vodka's main strategy is to have their range stand inside the bubble and DPS the crystals outside while the melee runs around. And it looks like actually Method is doing that now. They just had their range come into the bubble to DPS the remaining crystals. And see if that proves to be a faster strat. I feel like it could be, because they were ready for the first one, and then they come in for the remaining ones.
Look at the speed, man. This is just crazy. They're actually, like, Vodka just pulled the boss now. If I'm right. Yeah, they pulled it, right?
They have pulled Hagara now. You know, what I'm waiting to see are the differences between their strats, because I'm watching Method, and they have some very impressive strategies for this boss. And I know that Vodka does this fight a little bit differently. I want to know if they've adapted for this challenge.
Here, like, I'm gonna quickly show here
what they normally do.
The electric phase is coming now, right?
It should be coming up in a little bit for, it's here now for Vodka. It should be coming up again for Method in a little bit. Yes, Vodka is going to be going with the plus sign strategy, where the lightning converges and forms a plus in the middle of the room. It looks like they're having a little bit of connection problems, and they've got them figured out.
I'm gonna show here Method. This is the electricity.
Method is entering their second lightning phase now.
So you can see here what they're doing, for the people wondering.
Notice they're forming a circle around the room, and if it goes like it did the first time, it should connect everyone immediately and get them right out of this phase. You can see that chain lightning bouncing from player to player. They're having a little trouble getting it to the back.
That's just a crazy strat. Going back here to see both perspectives. The boss
Method does have Hagara down now. Vodka has Hagara sitting at around 40%.
They're closing the gap.
They definitely are. You know, this is an even smaller gap than they had at Yor'sahj. So they are coming back from this from the wipe they had previously.
Let's have a look here at Vodka.
Their frost phase now.
What they're doing in the frost phase.
They do have their range running back into the bubble, so the ranged and the healers are going to be sitting in the bubble while the melee run around and handle the crystals from the outside.
Let's see what's the fastest then.
It looks like we had a dispel issue slowing down people on the outside. You can see sprints, pots, whatever they can to speed up being popped. Obviously not pots. Another dispel issue, almost getting a few people clipped by that wave. He's going to run into the bubble to be safe. And they're going to be out of that phase, no problem.
No deaths, nothing. It's a very easy boss, by the way. When I was doing it with Vodka, we had an easier time killing this boss than the two previous ones.
No, Hagara is definitely one of the easier bosses in Dragon Soul.
I think they're gonna actually kill him now. Hagara is about to go down.
They're gonna get ice blocked at the last minute, slowing down their DPS just that ever so slightly. That's gotta be frustrating when you're trying to catch up.
Method is still not starting the next boss, but yeah, Hagara is dead.
Oh, Method does have some trash to go through before they can pull Ultraxion. There's kind of a event, almost like an old school gauntlet style event, where some trash waves are going to spawn that they have to dispatch of.
So yeah, right now you actually believe that you could actually imagine it's the same. It's almost the same, like the same rate. They have catched up pretty nicely. I think that's pretty impressive for Vodka to be able to catch up so closely after a wipe. It's almost.
It's been very impressive play on both sides so far.
So like yeah, I like it. If I'm really honest, I really like the fact that they have been able to catch up a bit, because it keeps the suspense. Because right now Vodka is the underdog. So. I'm gonna here plug some sponsors while we're waiting here for some trash. For the people wondering, Razer has been a very big sponsor of this event and is handing out quite a lot of prizes, as you guys can see, 4 Razer Naga Epic Mice, 2 Carcarias headsets, and 2 Nostromo's and 1 Anansi keyboard. Like I said, we will be taking the winners not only from people that are donating, but also people that are supporting the event and supporting the sponsors. And I'll show you guys like what you guys should do in order to win is go to youtube.com/cultofrazer, that's their website, and make sure that in the latest video that they put it, show your support, and we'll be selecting winners also from there. And yeah, people, like, if you feel, make sure to subscribe to their channel. It would be really awesome, and it will motivate them. Like, just to tell you guys, for the people watching, I'll be really honest, basically that kind of stuff motivates them to sponsor more such an events in the future, because I've seen a lot of people in the chat say we want more stuff like this. Like, that is exactly what we're actually aiming for. But like, if sponsors are getting a lot of exposure because of it, are getting a lot of love for it, automatically more of those events will actually be organized. So there you go, guys. Going back to the overview here, there you go. Method is about to start the Dragon challenge. They're still waiting. They're actually pulling the boss. And Method is still doing the trash. Vodka is still doing the trash. How fast do you think they're gonna get this boss down?
Well, I can tell you that it will be less than 6 minutes, because if it's not, the boss is going to kill them all.
Yeah, that's easy. Like, that's easy.
Maybe around 4.5, I want to say. I don't know.
I would love to ask the viewers, but it lags the live stream because too many people are watching. So yeah, I'm just going to be focusing here to see what they're going to be doing. They started the event Method. I'm going to switch to Method here.
Method is getting ready to pull Ultraxion.
Yes, indeed. And I wonder if anyone is going to miss the button. What do you think?
You know what? I want to say no, because that's such a new mistake, but I wouldn't count it out. Yeah,
like with the threat, like do you think Method feels like, is Method aware about the wipe in Vodka?
That's what I've been wondering. I don't know if the two guilds are aware of where the other one is.
Because you could almost, but they're getting spammed. They're getting spammed they must be getting spammed by whispers saying like Vodka wiped, you guys are gonna win and stuff like that, because so many people are following this. So.
As most people know, this is your standard DPS race. Like every instance that Blizzard releases has a kind of standstill patchwork style DPS fight. And Ultraxion is that for Dragon Soul. The twist being this fight gives your healers some unique buffs, but running less healers than usual, we'll see if that actually pays off as much for Vodka. The damage in this fight can go insanely high when it gets later on.
When it gets later on, if you kill it fast enough, it's not too bad.
And it's a trade-off that Vodka is gambling for. We'll see who wins out in this trade-off.
We see here Vodka pulling the boss here. He's almost getting in the face. I guess RP has never been so...
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know who the biggest boss is for Vodka right now? Just the RP.
Yeah. They're saying, bring in the boss right now! Imagine if you could skip the RP, then you would have a free win. There, they just started here the fight. This is Vodka, by the way. And I'm gonna put them both next to each other to see here the DPS race.
It's like Method has this down to about 65%. Vodka's pulling just now.
Oh yeah, this is...
You can see the timer on Killer screen when it goes active for us.
This is actually really exciting, to be honest.
As people know, this fight has a hardened range of 6 minutes. If you don't kill him in 6 minutes, he kills everyone.
But
I don't think that Berserk is going to be an issue here, though.
Yeah, it's not going to be an issue. Unless people die. This is going to be a walk in the park, I think. So you see the percentage, as you guys can see. The percentages are going down. Is yeah, like you see the Vodka guild, like Vodka is doing more DPS. You can just see the HP of the boss going down, ticking down so fast. I wonder if everybody clicks the button. Everybody's clicking the button.
I haven't seen anybody die to fading light or anything of that nature yet.
I wonder how many...
And as I said that, someone goes down on Method's side.
Are you serious?
I am completely serious. A druid on their side went down. He got battle res now. Okay, make me look foolish. I'm sorry.
So someone actually died at Method because of that not clicking the button?
I don't know if it was because of that. I just saw them go down. It's very hard for me to tell with these raid frames exactly what it was that killed them. Although, given this fight, there's not too many other things that would one-shot them.
This is really exciting to see what's going on. As I can see here, the boss on Method side, like you guys see both bars, huh? Like in Method it's on the top right, and in Vodka it's somewhere in the middle. So we have here about 40% and 60%. So they're actually catching up. Tina, I don't know what you have to say about it, but Vodka is actually catching up.
Oh, it's just it's extremely impressive DPS being laid down by Vodka right now. Oh, Method's still going to take this boss first, but Vodka is continuing to slowly close that gap. Like if they don't have any more problems, we could see an even race by the time we get to the end of Dragon Soul.
Yeah, that would be pretty epic. Just crazy. This is just crazy.
Method does have this at 15%. Looks like they're not really going to have too many issues getting this down.
What's the timer?
Vodka has it at around 40% now.
What's the timer on the boss for Method?
Oh, they're not. Like Method doesn't look to be running too many boss mods at the moment. Well, that's a lie. They are, but they aren't. I can't see their rage timer.
Yeah. I don't think they have to worry about the rage timer.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are worried about the rage timer. They're worried about the other guild's timer. They want to know how fast they're going.
So yeah, it's gonna be 30% when this boss is gonna go down. It's about to die. Yeah, so yeah, they're actually catching up. Boss down for Method, and Method is racing to the boat boss. Do you think we will see any surprises in the boat boss?
30% ahead of Vodka. I don't think we're going to see anything too special on a gunship.
Yeah.
I've heard about some little side or cheese strats that you can do for that fight. I know of a couple of them. I don't think we're going to see any of them here today.
Certainly not from Method. Maybe from Vodka in order to keep up with the race.
You know what? In a case like this, I would go for it if I was in that race. I'm not though, so let me not put words in their mouth.
It is very impressive. 10% on Ultraxion, or how is that boss called? Getting close here.
And they do have Ultraxion about to die now.
I just got a shout out from Razer saying they're loving the event. I really want to do a shout out to Razer myself. I mean, they have done a lot of stuff for the gaming community. Oh, what is going on? Is the Method live stream down? No!
It's still up for me. I'm still seeing it.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh it here.
Vodka is just taking down Ultraxion. They're just waiting for their gunship to spawn.
Ah yeah, it's back up. It's back up. Method is back up. I was panicking for a second. Okay, so as you guys can see here,
Method has pulled gunship. They're going with a pretty standard strat right now. They're tanking the elites on the side so they can cleave down the Dargans.
just impressive to see two guilds rushing. Not for any price, but for, what is it called? What do they call it? For fame, for prestige, and for them kids. Don't forget, guys, this event, all the income goes to save the children in the Horn of Africa, the worst hunger crisis in 60 years. Everybody can donate and win Razer prizes by doing so. So it's really awesome to see how this is working out and how their both guilds are really going all out to win this event. I think Spine is going to be one of the more engaging fights, if I'm honest, because it's extremely hard, I've heard, and certainly without buff, and maybe we're going to see a wipe there.
You're absolutely right. If we do see a wipe, that's where it's most likely to happen. That fight has so many moving parts and so many intricate things going on that it's very easy to mess up and just, you know, get face rolled really quickly.
So it seems we're already 48 minutes in, so you're 45 minutes...
You know what? You know what? I was under duress when I made that comment.
Guess what? 45 minutes seems to not be the case. I don't know what's going on with the Method live stream. It's lagging a lot. It's not lagging. Like, is it lagging for you as well?
It's not lagging for me.
I don't know why it's going on, because my computer is pretty powerful. Should be able to run both pretty easily. But yeah, what's going on is pretty awesome to see. Yeah, like they're getting very close. This is going to be a very, very challenging race where it's not obvious who's going to win. And
well, it looks like both guilds have this fight fairly under control. Method does not have a lot of boat life left.
Where do you see the boat life, by the way? I've never seen that.
It's in the top right corner under the mini-map on this UI.
Ah, I see.
I do believe, though, I can't say for certain, I believe they're on their last wave, so it won't matter after that. But as people know, if the boat dies, well, you're not really riding on anything after that.
I see someone asking, how do you win Razer stuff? Basically, it's very easy to win Razer stuff. Either you're donating to OP Sharecraft. If you donate $10 minimum, you're eligible to win Razer gear, or you are very interactive and do things we've been asking throughout the live stream. For example, guessing the amount of time that the raid would take, go to Method WoW or Vodka Guild and show your support, tweeting about the event, going to Cult of Razer, checking the last video, and commentate, comment and support them. We'll be selecting winners from all those people supporting the event, being part of it. And I don't know why this, why like, I'm gonna check with Reese.
While you were
here.
mentioning that, we did have a death on Vodka's side. A druid went down.
Oh, he's
The
probably...
battle res went out quickly, so they're okay for now, but just wanted to mention one player down on Vodka's
good
side
to
during
know.
gunship.
What's the... Yeah, let's have a look here. So yeah, basically people that are supporting the event, it's awesome. I also want to do a big shout out to Blizzard. They actually tweeted about the event, and what would be really awesome is if people would tweet to @Warcraft and just thank Blizzard for supporting this kind of event, and that the community loves these kinds of events. It will only help the PvP and the PvE community to have more kind of these events. I mean, we're reaching 30,000 people watching this event, Dries, and the viewers. This is just absolutely insane. It's just crazy. It really means that there is a demand. There is a urge for such a kind of events, to see those kind of events going on, and to have this part of the community. So I think this is a major success. I don't know what you think, Kina, but the event is until now a major success.
I definitely agree. I think that everything is going better than expected, as well as it can, basically.
So yeah, it's just crazy to see how this is working out. I'll be really honest to you guys, for all the viewers, a lot of people are watching. I'm gonna go first. Well, Vodka and Method are basically at the same. No, actually, Method is slightly more
Method
forward.
is a little bit ahead. Vodka's just started their phase 2, but Method is well into it, about to kill Warmaster.
Yeah, they're actually about to kill the boss, and then it's gonna get very interesting to see how that's gonna work out. I want to tell you guys, for the people watching, there's a lot of people watching. Those guilds have put a lot of effort, a lot of time in preparing and organizing this event, and showing your support is something that is much appreciated. Helps them out also to do more things like this in the future. And I don't know, I don't know why my screen is sometimes lagging, but still, I'm glad to have they like Vodka. I mean, Meta just downed the boss, and I guess they're getting prepared for Spine now.
They are preparing for Spine. It's likely that they're going to take a few minutes to collect themselves to make sure that they're ready, because Spine is not a fight you want to go into.
Do you see any respecs going on, or is that? It's
very likely that that's what they're doing right now. I can't tell from this perspective, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had a few people just respec while we were sitting here talking about it, or maybe even re-gym or re-glyph a few things.
Yeah, because if this goes wrong for Method, they will most likely lose the race. So it's very important to.
And they are going in right now, parachuting on the Deathwing's back, about to rip some plates off. And Method is and Vodka is about to kill Warbringer here. It's pretty awesome to see how close this is going on. And this is one of, for people that have been doing Heroic when it was at its hardest, this fight has shared a lot of tears for PvE guilds, because I heard that Spine is so... Whoa! I almost thought that 3 people flew away at Method. I don't know what was that. No. See, throughout Spine,
yeah,
the mobs that he spawns can fly off of its back. It's one of the tactics you have to use to get them down, is flinging those mobs off. Although you can fling players off of his back as well if you don't do it properly. It's like Vodka has Warmaster down. They're going to be moving on to Spine in a little bit here too. Of course, they have to get their respecs and re-gyms and re-glyphs and re-res out of the way first.
They're also doing it, similar strategies from both guilds, respecking and stuff. Also, what I want to say for the people watching, what's very important is supporting the guilds will motivate them a lot. Going to their YouTube channel, MethodWow, youtube.com/MethodWow, and youtube.com/VodkaGuild, and subscribing to them will help them a lot. I mean, they're making a lot of content like world first kills and stuff. those are the kind of guilds, like those are top guilds doing this. Showing your support will motivate them a lot to do more of those kind of events, because it gets them a lot of exposure, and will get a lot of other guilds like Paragon or Blood Legend to join in and stuff like that. Also, make sure to go and check out Cult of Razor on YouTube and subscribe there. And I haven't been talking so much, but Curse has also been helping out. MMO Champion is featuring this live stream, and it's helping a lot of people to check it out, which is really awesome. So if you guys want to check out like Curse and support them, go to youtube.com/Curse Network and subscribe. If you guys can leave a comment and stuff, even better. All that kind of activity defines whether you guys are going to be winning prizes, which I'm going to be showing here. Which are going to be handed out all over the place. You get also Learn to Raid helping out, and you also got Lower Ping, and you have Land Soul Coaching. Those prizes are also going to be handing out. I don't want to turn this into too much pricing out, giving too much prices out, so I'm going back here to the actual event, see how they're doing. And let's see, Kina, what do you think? What's the progress? What do you think? It's getting warm under the feet of Vodka.
Well, they're definitely starting to feel it right now. They know they have to get back into this race and catch up. If there's any fight where it can happen, it's definitely this one. It's such a long fight that over the course of the fight, just doing little things to pick up a little bit of time can add up to quite a bit of lost time at the end. So if Method plays too safe, it's a good chance that Vodka could use their DPS to close that gap significantly.
Yep, indeed.
Method has lifted their plate once though, and they have the Burning Tendon to about 40%. Vodka's just now getting their first lift in. I apologize, I'm getting tongue-tied.
I think, to be honest, that if Vodka wouldn't have wiped, they would have been quite ahead now. So yeah, they took a risk, and maybe that risk is going to backfire. Although it's always cool to see how those kind of things can bring a certain edge to clearing an instance like this, because they're both using different strategies. So yeah.
It was an aggressive approach versus a safer approach. And right now it looks like it's paying off for Method big time. Method does have the first plate down. One thing I've wanted to note that is I've noticed looking at the DPS meters that Method's Druids have been on top. We were questioning whether or not they made a right decision bringing Druids, while Vodka brought Warlocks instead, but the Druids have been on top of the damage.
Yeah. That's really crazy. That's actually really crazy to look at that. I mean,
Vodka has their second lift in. This should get rid of the first plate right here.
Yeah, they cannot afford not doing enough DPS on a plate and having it go back down.
And that plate is gone.
You want to try refreshing the stream of Method?
Well, it's working. The thing is, refreshing, I don't like to refresh, sometimes it bugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think I should refresh the page? Okay, I'll refresh it.
I think it's going to be fine.
I'm going to go to Vodka here.
It's like Method's about to lift their second plate. Let's see how low they get this Burning Tendon right here. You know, both guilds handling the fight pretty steadily. It's not really presenting too much of a challenge to either of them yet. Although this fight does get significantly harder the deeper you get into it.
Yeah, indeed. This is both perspectives. You would almost think it's the same guild doing this. I just refreshed the Method live stream. I think that's fixed the lag. It's just amazing that 30,000 people are actually watching this event. You would almost think like, yeah, who cares about like World of Warcraft? People want to check Mist of Pandaria. People are moving on, checking Diablo.
Oh, we do have a death on Method's side. Looks like a
Oh.
rogue went down. The battle res has gone out, so he's back into the fight, but that's one down on Method's side during Spine.
Yeah. One down. Like, how many battle reses do you have?
You only get 3 in a fight, so if they have too many more mistakes, they won't be able to recover that easily.
Yeah. That would be crazy if that happens, because if for any reason Method wipes on this fight, it's just over. It's crazy to have this pressure of not being allowed to wipe.
Looks like Method's going to be lifting the plate again here. We'll see if they were able to get this second plate completely off.
I also want to...
About 36%. They should have no problem burning this down and getting onto the last plate.
Yeah, indeed. I also want to do another shout out for the charity event. Why we're doing this, it is Vodka and Method have teamed up and they wanted to do it on this platform because all revenue goes to charity. For people wondering what charity it is, it's Save the Children's Horn of Africa, worst hunger crisis in 60 years. And yeah, people can donate, and by donating they can win Razor gear. And yeah, like just supporting the event, spreading it will actually save people's lives. So I want to thank all the viewers, everybody spreading the word and being part of this, because you guys are really making, not just having fun watching and getting entertained, but you're also helping out children in need. So it's really awesome. So yeah, for people that are interested, you can go to opsharecraft.com and you can donate or start your own fundraiser, which allows you to gather your own, yeah, to actually compete on the leaderboard and win prizes. So there you go. Like, what do you, by the way, think? They're very close, by the way. Huh? The Vodka and Method are pretty close.
They are very close, but Vodka just had a pretty scary moment right there. It didn't look like they were going to get that second plate off in time. They had about 1 second left on the timer before it got resealed.
But they managed
had that happen, it would have been pretty devastating at this point. Both guilds are on the third plate now, though, and this is where the fight definitely gets the hardest. The tank healing goes up, your life total actually goes down as the fight progresses. Your maximum health goes down, which makes healing much harder, as everything in this fight does a lot of damage.
I really wonder how this is going to work out. Still no deaths in both right now.
Well, no one did right now, but no one actually did right now. But Method did have a death earlier in the fight.
Indeed. I wonder, like, I would love to switch to one or the other, but this is so intense. I want to see, like, I want to have viewers being able to watch both at the same time.
Both guilds being careful right now not to get overrun with corrupted bloods. That is one of the biggest fears when you get to the end of this fight. You have so many corrupted bloods spawning that it can be very easy for a tank to die or someone else to get killed.
Yeah, like when I was doing the run, they were kiting the corruptors. I wonder if they're doing it now as well. I don't see a lot of kiting going on.
It looks like there's a little bit of kiting going on the Method side. There's about half of them are being kited and half of them are being tanked up by the Amalg.
This is very intense.
But both guilds pretty even right now. It's actually a surprisingly even race.
Did Vodka manage to catch up, and will Deathwing be an epic race? I wonder. That would be really, really cool to see if that's the case.
I don't think anybody's really resting safe right now, though, because as we've mentioned multiple times, if any one thing goes wrong in this fight, you can go from being completely fine to rebuffing pretty quick.
Yeah, indeed.
It's like Method is lifting their plate for the second time. They're burning down the tendon. It's at about 5%. It's definitely going down, and they're going to be moving on to Madness of Deathwing right now.
Just crazy to see. Yes, and they did it. I wonder if they're gonna open the box. They actually opened the box.
And Vodka is lifting their last plate right now. It's
My
at
God.
30%. They're burning it down. We could see both guilds going into Madness of Deathwing at about the same time.
Oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy, and yes,
Vodka
yes.
does have it down. They've managed to
Oh
close this
my
gap
God!
pretty substantially.
This is an
Both
applause.
guilds are ready for Madness at about the same time.
They
This is-
managed. Oh my God! They managed to actually. Oh my God! They managed to catch up with Method. Oh my God! This is gonna be insane. A last race. This is just mental. How Vodka still managed to actually. This
Incredibly impressive play from both sides. Method for getting here in the first place, not wiping, staying ahead the entire time, and Vodka for catching up, closing that kind of a gap. Just like Method, since they've been sitting here a bit longer, they are ready to pull. They have the boss up. Vodka knows they can't really waste any time. They've played cleanly after Zon'ozz so far, but they know they still have a little catching up to do.
So are they? Oh, they're starting at the same time. This is too good. This is intense. This is intense. I don't know what you guys think. Like, this is really. Oh my God. Like I'm hooked on my screen now. Who is going to win? Because Vodka has a DPS advantage over Method.
I guess it's safe to say at this point that Vodka does have the higher DPS of these two groups. Method went with the safer raid comp, but it looks like even with the wipe, Vodka running less healers, more DPS is going to pay off for them in the end.
This is really an epic. This is just completely epic to see how this challenge is turning out into a race where both end up like that's with the wipe of Vodka. This is just crazy. This like it seems that Spine they caught up on Spine really nicely. And they're basically, right now, I wonder who is going to be the first one to go to the next platform. Stuff can still really go very bad. Like one wipe.
Anything could go wrong right now. No one's resting.
I wonder if how stressed they are. I'm gonna check. Like I'm gonna play.
Did any of you want the ping suppression, or were you fine with that?
We'll find
Kill
out.
it. I hear a little bit more stress in Method's sound. Like let's check here with what Vodka is.
Start moving, you're good.
Good stack here. Good stack here.
I'm not healing.
Vodka is pretty chill, but I hear some stress in Method. So like this is pretty epic to see that this is going on. Like. Will the underdog take the victory? I wonder.
Oh, Method is only about 25% ahead right now. Remember, they were a full boss ahead earlier in the race. For those who might have tuned in late, Method, or Vodka rather, wiped on Zon'ozz.
They pulled almost at the exact same time, though.
Well, Vodka did pull this boss a little bit slower than Method, but not too much. It was around the same. It was definitely within the same minute or two.
So yeah, it looks like what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Method's moved on to their second platform. Vodka's heading to the second platform now.
This is such a race. This is such a race. They're gonna be winning or losing with a few second difference if this keeps going. This is just crazy, man.
Let's see if Method can hang on to this lead that they have. This is really exciting to watch at the moment.
This is really excited. I'm having goosebumps right now. I never thought that I would be so interested in watching a PvE race like this, but this is just awesome.
Those boomkins still doing work on the Method side, sitting on top of the DPS meter, proud. I can't wait to ask about that.
Yeah.
After this race.
I didn't even know that boomkins were so good.
It's not so much that I'm surprised that the boomkins are doing that well. It's that Vodka only has one, and Method thought to bring. I believe I saw upwards of 3 in one fight. Well, you can't count out the Vodka Warlocks. They're definitely doing work as well.
This is such a close race. It's unbelievable.
So far, Method is maintaining this lead. Vodka's doing everything they can to catch up, getting that mutated corruption down as quick as possible. AoEing down the regenerative bloods. My goodness. I haven't seen any mistakes on either side yet. As people may know, this is a fight much like many of the others in this instance that gets way harder as it goes on. Each platform in the fight provides a buff to the whole raid. And as you finish each platform, you lose the buff that that platform provides. So as you get deeper into the fight, you're losing 1, 2, 3, 4 buffs until eventually you're doing each platform at a significant disadvantage.
This is just crazy. I even wonder, like, what if they both cleared it at the exact same time? How am I even going to be able to tell who did it first? Because there is stream lag.
So Method is still 25% ahead of Vodka. Let's see if they can catch up or clean this up. Method has their third platform at around 85%, sorry, 90%. Oh, but Vodka cheated on the way over and did a little DPS to this platform, so it's sitting at 90% when they got there already.
That's crazy. So they're actually both at the exact same percentage now.
Well, the spawns are a little behind for Vodka because they got to the platform later, so their regenerative bloods and their mutated corruption are spawning a little slower, which is going to set them up behind just a bit. But if they can make up for the damage on the arm tentacle, then we're going to have a dead even race come to the end of this fight.
I cannot believe this. This is just crazy. It's just crazy how close it is. It's just insane.
Both guilds playing to the best of their ability right now. I don't think people understand the amount of coordination that's going into both of these raids right now. Nobody's made any mistakes.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing as much as they can to ensure that the raid does the highest DPS, the highest healing possible.
And you have to, you guys have to realize they're not getting anything out of this. So am I. I don't get anything out of this. Like, this is basically so Kina. Like, we're all doing this for charity. All the revenue goes to charity. Even all the income I'm getting from the live stream. 32,000 people watching, tuning in to see who is actually going to manage to win this race. And this is one of the most intense PvE moments that I've ever experienced. I don't know what about you, but this is one of the most intense. Like, it's so close. It's too close. It's too close. What do you think, Kina?
Oh, I can't wait till we get to the end of this fight, honestly, because this gap has been being closed over the last hour consistently, and I want to see how far they can get. Like, it'd be interesting to see if Vodka can win this. Like, I'm rooting for Vodka. I'm a Vodka fanboy because I used to be in that guild, but don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect and love for Method as well.
I'm very impressed with the very, what is it called, chillness, how Vodka was taking the wipe, and for the rest of the raid I would almost be demotivated when we would wipe and go like, yeah, this is GG, but they just keep going and giving everything they have, and yeah, it's paying off because it's gonna get very, very close.
Looks like Vodka is about 15% behind now. They were 25% behind on the first platform, and now they're 15% behind.
Is that the case? Because on my screen it shows that they're exactly at the same time. Maybe one stream is catching out or something. I don't know.
Well, let me refresh both streams. I want to make sure I have a clear view of this.
Yeah, I wanna say what?
People are saying it's correct.
I-
They're almost at the exact same time.
Okay, people say it's almost exact same time.
Yeah, they definitely are. I just refreshed both of my streams and they are almost dead even.
I wanna say, like, aside from this event being really very intense, yeah, well, I even failed to commentate this because I'm watching it right now myself, moment by moment. It's so intense to see this going on. I'm out of words, just trying to focus and see, like, what's gonna happen. Is Vodka gonna be able to catch up? Yeah, they did catch up. They're exactly at the same time. How are we, like, this is so crazy.
It's like their tentacles go down at the same time. They're AoEing down the Bloods right now and moving on to the main tentacle.
Just crazy.
Yes, they are completely even right now. Vodka has their wing tentacle at around 65%. And Method has theirs at around 65%. So
This
both
is-
guilds at the same spot right now.
This is crazy.
Absolutely anybody's game.
This is just crazy what is going on right now. I wonder how the viewers are feeling about this. I guess they're completely hooked on this. Like, we're gonna be knowing within 5 minutes, I guess, right? Who's gonna win the race?
Oh yeah, we definitely will by that point. But I can't. If you ask me right now who's gonna win, I couldn't tell you at all.
But
I have no
why
clue.
is it so close? Like,
No one. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Oh, we just had a death on Vodka's side. Actually, we have a paladin down, a healer at that.
And where is he? He's not getting battle rest?
Battle res hasn't gone out yet. Has he? I forgive me because I'm actually not sure. Has he been down or did he just go down?
No, he just go down. Is it a healer?
It is a healer, and that's really going to hurt them if they can't get him back up. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna check.
I'm not sure how he went down.
In the tanks.
They're on the last platform right now. Vodka's actually in phase 2, so is
People's
Method.
guys. Dream.
Also, there's
Right
Dream.
now. Dream.
So
You have ads coming out, ads coming out, ads coming out.
Inside
again?
sources, who remain unnamed,
Green,
told me
green,
that he
green,
fell
green,
off the
green.
platform, or he's in between the platforms, so they can't res him. So Vodka's going into phase 2, one healer down when they're already under healing.
Run those
Jeff,
fire
just get this off me anytime.
It's going to make this significantly harder for them, and this is no good.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, this is just insane. Was
These
that
guilds
a
are so
bug?
even.
How did he fall down?
There could have been a few different things. Occasionally, I didn't see it happen. Occasionally, when you go to jump between platforms, sometimes the wind, the thrall buff just doesn't catch you, and you do fall
Ah, yeah.
between the platforms.
That would be a shame if they lost it because of that. But we will know after the fight.
See, Method has Deathwing at about 10%, I believe. Vodka has Deathwing at 10% just now hitting it.
Oh my god.
Both of them breaking off to AoE down the mobs. It's going to be a really close race this last 5%.
This is just crazy. 4%, 10%. Deathwing is here, so close.
Deathwing spawned so many ads in this last 20% of his life that you have to switch off to kill them. You can't just burn him down, even if you think you can come ahead on top of that. They're switching off to kill ads, switching back to Deathwing, trying to get him down as quick as possible without getting overrun. That's what both guilds are trying to do right now. Vodka has them at 6.5%. Method has them at about 5%. They have to stop.
My
attacking.
god, this is crazy. And it looks like
Looks like Vodka's trying real hard not to wipe right now. Everyone's down at no health. They are one healer down, and they're already under healing. Method has Deathwing at about 2% health. Vodka has him at about 2.5% health.
Oh
And
my
Method
god.
does have Deathwing down.
Oh my god, unbelievable. And oh my
Vodka has Deathwing down. Within 10 seconds of each other, both guilds have finished this race.
what is this?
I don't think it could have gotten any closer than that if you tried.